Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Classroom Champions Live. For those of you who are new to Classroom Champions Live, we are super happy to have you here, and you guys are in luck because today is Tasty Tuesday, which is one of my very favorites. If you guys want to join us in the kitchen, we are going to bring you a healthy breakfast, and I want to introduce our athletes for today. So today we have Tiffeny Parker, who you guys have met before. Tiffeny is our Tasty Tuesday health expert. She's also a Team USA bobsledder. And then we also have Calynn Irwinn with us, who is a Team Canada 2018 Olympic snowboarder in the sport of halfpipe. So Calynn, Tiffeny, welcome you guys. Thanks for being here.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Awesome. Well, Calynn, I want to show all of the people at home your sport. So tell us a little bit about what you do.
I do snowboard halfpipe. What you're about to see isn't actually the halfpipe. It's actually a jump. Just because you're in one discipline and you compete in one discipline. You know, I like to ride the whole mountain, as you can tell here. That's what we call the tripod. Self-explanatory. So this is the halfpipe. This is actually what I compete in. And a halfpipe is usually around, I want to say, it's 22 feet high walls. And they've gotten progressively longer over the years. So I think it's about 600 feet.
Wow.
Meters, probably feet. But yeah. And you get to do about 6 or 7 hits in it, depending on how fast you're going and how steep the halfpipe is.
Very cool. Oh my gosh. I wish that I were doing that right now. That looks like so much fun. Those of you guys who don't know, I was a skier. So I spent a lot of time in the mountains as well, just like Calynn. So, Tiffeny, can you tell us a little bit about what we're making today? And while you do that, I'm going to say hello to a couple people as well. Let's actually start with a couple good mornings. So we have Liz, who's here from Alberta. Calynn can fly. Thank you, Lori. Good morning. Zachary and Leanna are ready to cook. Hi, Zachary and Leanna. We're super excited to have you here. Good morning, McKenna. Good to have you back. Catherine Peterson says, yum. I agree. I am ready. I'm ready, you guys. Just wait till you see what we're making today. I'm so excited. And we have Dylan here as well as Charlotte. So good morning, everybody. And Tanya, Tiff, take it away. What are we going to do today?
Yeah, I'm super excited about it. We got Calynn here, and we're going to make a muffin in a mug. And I'm super excited. I know you guys got the recipe a little bit early. That's why you guys are sitting here ready to make it all at home. But one thing that we always kind of start with on Tasty Tuesday are what foods do for your body, and not just your body, but for your mindset. I know me as an athlete, I know Calynn as an athlete, like what we eat is extremely important to how we perform and the mental clarity that we have to be able to just focus on the task at hand. So with the foods, we have our green light foods, which are going to be your fruits and your vegetables. So those are going to be the foods that you can just go ahead, green light, go eat. Your yellow light foods are going to be your things like your eggs, your oats, your rices, your pastas, your cheeses. Those are going to be the foods that you still want to eat, but you want to just be kind of cautious of how much of it you're eating. And then next we have our red light foods, which are foods that you do want to have sometimes because they make you feel good and you're happy, but you don't want to eat them all the time. Last week we had Oreo cookies for everyone that was on. And I'll ask Calynn what her favorite red light snack is as we go along on Tasty Tuesday. But yeah, I'm super excited to kind of let Calynn kind of take it away with what she's making today. And we got some good swaps and subs for some people that may be allergic to anything, and make sure that you have your parents or any parental guidance to help take it out of the microwave for you. But I'm going to shoot this over to Calynn so she can show us her kitchen and all the great things that are coming.
All right. Thanks. So as Tiffany said, we're going to make this recipe is called Summer Berry Mug Muffin. And we are going to need, I have my little setup here. There's a microwave in the background. But basically, we're going to need some oats, some blueberries, or really you can use any fruit you want. I'm going to use blueberries. Mine are frozen blueberries, but they've been out, so they've thawed quite a bit. Some baking powder, cinnamon, olive oil, egg whites, and The other two options are optional. It says flaxseed. I don't have any flaxseed, but I do have sugar, and I do have a little bit of a sweet tooth. So yeah, let's get started.
I love it. So I have a question. If you didn't have blueberries, what type of muffin would you go for? What would you sub your food out for?
Ooh, I'm going to say if I had this other than blueberries, because blueberries is just what I happen to have.
Yeah.
I am a huge raspberry fan. Love raspberries.
So
yeah.
solid. Thinking back as a kid, like what were some of your favorite things to eat like for school lunches? Like were you someone where your parents packed your lunch? Did you eat at school? Like what was like your go-to kids school lunch?
I ate at home. My school's at the end of the street, so
Ooh.
I actually ate at home quite a bit.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, favorite go-to lunch that my mom would make that I couldn't get at school would be grilled cheese.
Nice. I love it. Well, Cindy at home says that she's using mangoes, which that's different. I'm into that. Dylan says mom loves baking and can't join because she has to go to work. Oh. But yeah, you can kind of take it away and then I'll just kind of ask questions and show us what you got there. What's that?
Well, I got a 1/4 cup of rolled oats. So we're going to stick that in your mug. And there it is. So next, I think I'm going to add the blueberries. And again, it's going to be a 1/4 cup of blueberries, or if you're feeling extra blueberry, maybe add a little bit more, or not so blueberry, then do a little bit less. All right. Got my blueberries in.
Awesome. And as you're prepping that, you said that your house is down the street from your school. How awesome is that? What were kind of some of the things that you would, make in the kitchen with your parents that you can remember as a kid?
Well, actually, something that has been kind of reintroduced now that I am self-isolating with my parents. My mom loves to bake, so growing up, I just remember sitting on this counter actually with a big mixing bowl in front of me, and we would make just cookies and bars and just all sorts of baked goods. And since now we kind of have a lot of time right now, my mom's taken back to baking. So we're actually doing a lot of that together now as well, which is kind of a nice, reminiscing time.
Oh, that's so awesome. And I think that it's super cool that you get a chance to, while we're all in this time, be with your family and be with your parents and go back to your childhood. And it's crazy how you're using that counter and you used to sit on it as a child with a little mixing bowl. So tell us what you're adding in right now into your mug.
Yeah, I'm gonna add in just a teaspoon of baking powder. So we got that. Just gonna dump that in. And I actually really love cinnamon, so it says 2 teaspoons, but I'm just gonna add a little bit more because I love it.
Awesome. We got a little Voltron voice going on right now, so it's gonna be really interesting. But we can hear you. You sound like a transformer, but I think that's pretty cool.
I'm a bit like this transformer too.
Yeah, solid. Well, I got that you're adding in the cinnamon and you're shaking it in your mug, and I'll be maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me and everyone can hear you good. But I think I like Transformers, so I'll rock and roll with it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Cool deal.
I got my cinnamon, baking soda, powder, sorry. And the next thing we're gonna add in is egg whites. So I've already separated one of the eggs, but thought I'd demonstrate how I'm gonna separate this egg. So you're gonna crack it, and instead of just dumping it all in, try to keep the yellow part, the yolk, in one part of it. It gets a little bit messy and a little bit over your hands, but you know what? Whatever. Life is a little bit messy. So then once you have the egg white separated, see I have the yolk in there. I'm just going to put the yolk over here because I'm actually going to use that for something I'm going to make a little later. And you can pour the egg whites into your mug. There we go. And the next thing, it says optional, but I'm gonna add it in because I'm a little bit sweet. So I'm gonna put in a little bit of sugar. And a teaspoon of olive oil, and then we'll mix it all up.
Perfect. So just to kind of go back to everything that we got in our mug before we put it inside of the microwave, we got our rolled oats, we got our eggs, we have our baking powder, our little sweet brown sugar as the added. We got our oil. Anything else we got? Oh, our blueberries. That's the main ingredient.
Yep. Oats, fruit, baking powder, cinnamon, olive oil, egg whites.
And for anyone, dash of sweetness. And for anyone at home that may be allergic to eggs, or if you don't have oatmeal at home, I know she used oats. You could use whole wheat flour. You could use regular flour. I know for egg substitutes, sometimes I like to bake with applesauce. And that is a good substitute for eggs, or you could use nut butters or sunflower seed butter if you have a nut allergy. So there definitely are lots of substitutes to still be able to make this mug at home.
Absolutely. Okay, that's what it looks like.
Nice.
It doesn't look too appetizing right now, but I promise you it will look great right after we're done with the microwave. So we are gonna pop this into the microwave for around 60 seconds. Again, I don't know, we all have different microwaves, so you might need a little bit longer, maybe a little bit shorter time. Elspeth says she loves baking brownies in mugs. I'm gonna have to try that next. Absolutely. Brownies. So I'm gonna stick this in the microwave.
Nice. Speaking of brownies, when we talk about red light foods, even though we talk about the healthy foods too, but what's your go-to end of session kind of red light snack that you love to eat? I
am a sucker for goldfish.
I love it.
I'm embarrassed to say this, but I had to put myself on a goldfish restriction at one point on my route to the Olympics because I was eating way too many goldfish. So there was about, 2 years where I was like, you are not allowed to buy goldfish.
Oh, no.
I couldn't control myself around it. If I had goldfish, I just eat all the goldfish. So I was like, no goldfish.
I love it. And Cindy at home asked if you put the egg in now. So if you watched Calynn before, she showed you guys at home how to separate the egg whites and the egg. So she kept the egg yolk in that little white bowl that's on her counter, but you definitely put the egg whites in before you put it in the microwave.
Egg whites in before the microwave.
Right. And I absolutely know what it's like to not cook without eggs. I made cookies for my niece and my nephew one time, and they come out real flat when you forget to put the eggs in. So put your egg inside of your muffin, your muffin in a mug.
I think I might need a little bit more time with this one.
Oh, a sucker. Oh, so it's so funny because Angela's saying that Elspeth didn't know what a sucker was. And she says in England, where they call them lollies. Oh, awesome. So as we're kind of rounding up and we're waiting for your mug to be ready there, make sure you guys know that the mug will be hot. So you want to make sure that you have an oven mitt or something to take your mug out of the microwave, or ask your guardian to help you with that. But yeah, I'm kind of really excited for this and what it's going to come out. And I saw your light go off in the background, so let's check it out.
Yeah, let's see what it looks like. Oh, I think it might be almost done. I might need just 30 more seconds.
So mine took about 2.5 minutes. So I think it just depends on what microwave you're using and if you're using frozen blueberries or fresh blueberries. I know I was using frozen blueberries, so it took a little bit longer. So yeah, just experiment with that, you guys at home. You can substitute all the different stuff in. You can do whatever you need there. Let's see. All right, we had a comment from Dylan as well. Dylan's mom loves to bake brownies with marshmallows in the microwave, and she calls them marshmallow squares. Yum. That sounds absolutely delicious. Tiff, what was your favorite lunch when you were a kid? And anyone at home, we would love to hear what your favorite lunch was when you were kids as well.
Absolutely.
Or if you are kids, what your favorite school lunch or home lunch is now.
I know, I'm like, what is my favorite lunch? I'm still basically a kid in my mind. But let's see. I would say this is going to sound ridiculous. And we talked about health here, but I loved the pizza Lunchables because like I never got them all the time, but they were so great. When I got them, it was like the worlds were just awesome. Everything was coming together. The stars all aligned. So that was my favorite. Like,
nice.
Yes, I get a Lunchable.
All right, Calynn, let's see. What does it look like? How's your muffin?
My muffin looks pretty good. I think it is done.
All right.
Actually, when I went over to the microwave, the muffin had gone and it was on top, so I could see it over top of the mug. Now it's kind of shrunken down a little bit, but I'm going to just try to take a bite here. Yeah, that actually looks pretty good. Can you see it?
Yeah, it looks amazing. That looks delicious.
Yeah, I'm going to let it cool for a bit because it is steaming.
Well, it looks awesome. While you're letting that cool, Calynn, I hear you like jokes, and I know some of the kids at home like jokes. Do you have a joke for us?
I do love jokes. Actually, my 8-year-old nephew and I go back and forth sending each other good jokes by email. And so I have to give him credit for this one. So why do porcupines always win sports?
Why do porcupines always win sports?
I'll let you guys think about that for a bit.
All right, you guys, make sure you put your answer in the comments. Does anybody know why porcupines win sports? I don't. I'm going to think about it. But in the meantime, let's see what everybody's favorite snacks are at home or lunches are. Olivia says her favorite lunch is orange chicken. It's the best. We've got grilled cheese and tomato soup, which is one of my favorite go-tos for sure. Angela's favorite Canadian lunch used to be grilled cheese sandwiches. Grilled cheese for the win. They don't have them as lunchy food here in England. Well, that's really interesting. I sometimes have grilled cheese for dinner too. That's a confession. Calynn, is that good?
It is. It's really good.
Nice. All right. We've got some answers. We have some answers. All right. Dylan says, because every point counts. What do you think?
That's good. Almost.
Olivia says, because they have quills. That's also very, very close. That says she knows that Griffin likes jokes. I know that Griffin likes jokes too. Griffin, thanks for reminding us we need to tell some jokes. All right. Calynn, what's the answer?
Oh, because they have the most amount of points.
Woo! All right. Dylan was super close. I think we can count Dylan to have that one. McKenna's favorite lunch is buttered pasta. Awesome, you guys. All right. Well, Calynn, thank you so much for making us this amazing breakfast this morning. I want to talk a little bit about the challenge because we never leave you without a challenge, right? Tiff, what's our challenge for today?
Absolutely. Well, I definitely want to see, and I know everyone at home would love some, honestly, like surprises of what you would put in your muffin mug at home. So we want you guys to cook, have your parents take pictures or your guardians take pictures, and post it inside of the Facebook Live and make sure you hashtag Classroom Champions. Yeah, I'm down to get some new mug recipes. I know Calynn has definitely said she's going to try the brownie in a mug. So
absolutely,
that'd be pretty cool. Yeah. But we want to see what you guys have at home and what you guys come up with.
And we will be posting the recipe right here in the Facebook Live comments and the YouTube Live comments. So check back in for that recipe. If you want to go back and try it again later, we have that for you here. Otherwise, Calynn, thank you so much for joining us today. Tiff, thanks so much. Calynn, any last words?
Well, thanks for having me. And I'd love to know what everyone else is doing this time to keep active and stuff. I'm running out of ideas, so feel free to send me your ideas on wherever you send ideas, Facebook, Twitter, send me ideas, and let me try them out.
Awesome. Oh my gosh. Well, I just want to say, Catherine Peterson just came into her kitchen and the kids seem to have put a lot of chocolate chips in their mugs. That sounds fun to me. You guys, I just posted the recipe on the Facebook Live chat, so go check it out. Thanks everyone. Anyone who had questions that we didn't get to, we will come back and check them out. We really appreciate you guys being here with us for Tasty Tuesday, and we will be back tomorrow for Wisdom Wednesday. All right. Thanks everybody. See you tomorrow.
Bye, guys.
Bye.